Let's get it started. This left side of the brain. And I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but I got like 3 things I want to cover. And right now I'm trying to see, will I do this in 3 videos or just kill it all in 1 video? So we'll see where the spirit leads. This is left side of the brain. Do us a favor, go ahead and hit that likes button, hit the subscribe button. This is a serious video, no games, no playing around. Let's get right into business. Now, what I've been thinking about, I feel like the walls are literally closing in on me. How many of you can attest to that? Put 1 in the comment section if you feel like the walls are just closing in on you. And what I mean by that is reality is striking me like never before. I mean, everything we speak about is just coming into so much more vivid reality every single day, man. And literally, man, I feel like I don't even want to be here no more. Put 1 in the comment section if you feel like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I have been feeling like just throwing the towel in. You know, not quitting, but looking at the pointlessness and the how purposeless everything is. It's just getting to me, man. And it feels like the walls are closing in. And if you're not a spiritual person, you don't understand what I'm saying. What I mean is, I see life like either you understand things like I understand, or the other option is just being one of them people. And I know I'm not going to be one of them. Even if I tried, it wouldn't benefit me because it wouldn't make me feel good. I would feel like, damn, I'm just doing what everybody else is doing. Like, it's starting to feel like, I'm gonna be honest, that all of this information that I have, it means nothing. And it only means something when I'm making like a video and uploading the information. Other than that, because it's so many of them compared to us, it's really nowhere to turn but to the inside of yourself. And I was thinking today, like, we was created with like sexual organs, right? So the purpose of us being here is to be social creatures, okay? Because we have sexual organs. If you're a man, you produce sperm, which is a seed. If you are a female, you produce eggs. So by nature, it's telling us to create without even saying it. If you see a car and it has wheels on it, without it even saying what it's created for, you can already see it. That's a car. It has wheels, it has an engine, it has a steering wheel. You put gasoline in the tank. That car was created to drive. Us as humans created to procreate, but we have to procreate, and it don't tell us that after procreation you're going to be in somebody's system who thinks opposite of you. And that's the part I'm dealing with now. I was procreated, I was put into the world. I don't want to have children. I don't want to partake in this system. Like I've said before, you don't have to be intelligent to produce children. You don't. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to get a female pregnant. So after analyzing all of the reality, I realized that It's nowhere for me to go. I don't even want to participate in life, period. It's pointless. And I realized that the purpose for us being alive, it has nothing to do with us. And I'm not saying us in the United Souls terminology. I mean all humans, whether HPB or not. The purpose for us being here is to give the elements a purpose. Now let me break that down. You have the elements. You have fire, you have air, and you have water, right? Now, let's break it down. Water, in and of itself, it does not need anybody or anything for it to exist. The air that you breathe, it doesn't need anybody or anything for it to exist. Fire, it doesn't need anything or anybody to validate its existence. Although fire is a chemical reaction of the air, basically, when air molecules heat up, they combust, and that's what we call a fire, right? But even still, these elements, they don't need anything. Like, let's take water, for example. Water does not need water to sustain itself. We need water. We are made up of 70% water. Hear me out, I'm making a point. We are made up of 70% water. But water don't need us. We need water. Light that shines upon the earth, the sunlight, it does not need us. We need it. Like the plants and the animals, they need the sunlight. We don't need the sun does not need sunlight. So these elements that sustain us, they do not need us. So what I've realized is we exist to give the elements a purpose. And we have to procreate in order to keep giving the elements a purpose. That's why nothing out of the clouds comes down and tell you what your purpose is. You just walk around your whole life, going on jobs, working, having children, going through the same old monotonous things. But the reality is we exist to give water purpose. Everything that exists basically exists to give water a purpose. The ground exists to give water a purpose. The trees exist to give water with the combination of sunlight a purpose. The elements finds their purpose because of life forms. Whatever life form that may be, whether that's vegetation that grows out of the ground, whether that's me and you, jaguars, whatever life form that is, whether that's the fish in the sea, whether that's bacteria, the elements do not need the elements do not need us to sustain themselves, but the elements finds purpose by our being here. You see what I'm saying? The elements finds purpose by us being here. Do I need to go back and repeat all of that? I'll do it. Water does not need water to be water. It don't need to drink. It is the life. The sunlight does not need sunlight to be sunlight. It is the sunlight. So therefore, we exist to give the elements a purpose for existing. Because water just sitting on the ground with no life forms or nothing with nothing dependent upon the water to sustain its life, the water then becomes purposeless. So therefore, we exist because of water and sunlight. Those two things is why we exist. And I've realized that now. We exist because of water and sunlight. And we have sexual organs because this thing, it just wants us to procreate so it can continue to have something to give it a purpose. The sun and the water, it needs something to give it a purpose. So that's why we exist. Because the sun and water by itself, just shining and water, it has no purpose. So as long as we exist, as long as we having children, that's the only point of this world. All that other stuff they put us through it's pointless. Like having a job. All of that stuff. You really don't need a job to live. You really don't need a job to exist. You only do that because they set it up this way. Because people don't understand the truth and the reality of everything. And I got a red light edition that I haven't uploaded yet. And I was speaking about how we have problems in this world because people will not accept the truth for whatever reason, that life itself is pointless. If we were to ever accept the truth that life is pointless, guess what? There wouldn't be no wars. There would be no need to go to work. It'd be like two different armies on a battlefield, right? And if both sides accepted the truth, you know what they would do? They would drop their weapons, stand up. Both sides would wave the white flag and just start laughing. They'll say, what are we fighting for? Life is pointless anyway. We're going to die anyway, so why are we fighting? If people would just accept the truth that life is pointless, it wouldn't be no problems. We have problems in this world because people will not accept the truth that this world is pointless and is purposeless. But, you know, I realize that people will not accept the truth. And because you got HPBs, the majority of people are HPBs, and that goes hand in hand with the law of abundance, because it's more of them than us. And the law of abundance is one of the 6 laws that governs the human prison bar system. So it's more of them than us because it's always more bricks and bars that comprise a prison than the actual inmates inside of the prison. So it's more of them than us. And that's why I realized that the walls of this prison is closing in on us. Not just me, all of us. Based upon the law of abundance. Because it's more of them than us. So that means the walls are literally closing in on us. Because everywhere we turn, we see another one of them. Everywhere we turn, everywhere we go. Even when I be like trying to mingle with females, I'm coming to the realization all of them are the same. I've been coming to that realization. But you know, sometimes we be still trying, and it's always the same situation. Like this world is, it is exactly what I'm saying. Once you get knowledge of things, the walls will close in on you. That's what happens, man. And, you know, like the things they make us do is really pointless. Let's take money, for instance, right? Money is the most unfair system that has ever been created. Let me tell you why. Let's just say I'll purchase something from the store for $5, right? Let's just say a value meal runs you about $5, right? So I go to McDonald's and I get like a Big Mac, some fries, and a Dr. Pepper, right? That's like $5. I know it's unhealthy. I'm just using an example. Jeez. Now, once they get the money, right? Guess what? The value that you spent, the $5, guess what? Once you eat the food, they still have your money, and your money is still circulating and it's still growing. They can take that same $5 and they invest that money. They pay somebody with that money. That money continues. That money continues to grow interest. Somebody takes the change and put it in the bank. That money continues to circulate. But the food you ate, you already ate it once and you digested it. It don't go from hand to hand. You don't make money from that food you ate. But the money you spend on anything, it keeps matriculating and adding value. Even when you dead and gone, that same $5 you spent will still be circulating in the world, still increasing in value, still going up and down on the stock market. And the food you ate, it's already gone. Just like if you buy a canned soda, right? I'm just showing you the injustice and the unfairness in the money system. Just like if you buy a canned soda, right? Once you drink the soda, they're going to recycle the can and keep making money off of that can that you brought. You already drunk the contents of the soda can. But the money that you spent, it will continue to increase in value. You see? So the money system is not fair. It's not a equitable system. There's no equality in it. Because unless you're going to buy something that lasts forever, and you see, everything you buy, it depreciates over time, right? But that money, it appreciates over time. Sometimes it might go down a little bit, but most likely it will stay around the same value or increase, because they're always going to have money. But the things that you buy with the money loses value as soon as you purchase it. But the money itself, it don't lose value as soon as you touch it. But everything you buy with the money, it loses value. So how is that a fair trade? I give you something that does not lose value when you touch it, but I use it to buy something that loses value as soon as you touch it. That's not a fair deal. So I'm saying all that to say, they put us in these situations and we have no say-so about it. They just expect us to do it. You here now, just do it. Because again, reproduction does not require intelligence. They just put us on this earth, teach us the ways of the system, how to count, how to do reading, and how to do arithmetic. Tell us to get a job, tell us to have children, but don't teach us the things like I'm saying right now. Because these type of things goes against everything that they stand for. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a fair deal, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man, even being born, man, is not a fair deal. Because they even make money on us after we dead. Our value to them, it means nothing. They make money off of us even at death. But yet they don't give us nothing. They don't give us nothing free, man. So any way you look at it, man, life is not fair to us, man. Especially to those who have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's not a fair deal, man. And I'm gonna end this video right now because I don't want to go over and do like a part 2. I'll just do another video. So yeah, hope y'all got some out of that. I don't know what I'm gonna title this yet, but I'll come up with a title. Tell me what you think in the comments section. This is Left Side of the Brain, signing out.